challenge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. There's some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, and see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Set. 19. Here we go, D.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Phillip Lindsey, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the Texans' 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Out left, Ellison's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Prescott from the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Great job, man. Keep getting those.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. There's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll run for it. It's Mack, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
What we got? Joker. 24. Crash. 25.
Watson, off play action. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll run the screen with Mack. 20! How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Prescott. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Prescott completes it to Ellison to the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 81.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. To the air again, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
Set. 19. I got one. Two times. Trying to go.
On second and 11 now. Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Watson now, operating from the gun. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, kill. I'm here. We go 46. Slam.
Prescott now. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Prescott. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Prescott to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, a run by Mack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Throwing, Prescott, and that is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down, and this Texans defense stands tall. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third and long. It's Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading. Here in the fourth.
Let's go! A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Cowboys. First down.
We're going to 53.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We're going to 54. One here. Go. Get out there. Switch. Back. We're going to 50. 26.
Prescott on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That one caught by Ellison. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback. But
that ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Marr on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They're going with Lindsey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. On second down now, it's Mack, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Now Prescott on fourth down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's back to throw, and this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an
Watson now to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Watson. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. There you go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Prescott to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. 12 yards there and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Mack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
4th down, Prescott. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Houston, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right.